Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Ray's Reviews. And in today's video, I wanted to share some statistics on my YouTube journey as a part-time content creator. Now, a lot of people have wanted me to share some more details and analytics, so I'm happy to do so. Now, I wouldn't say I'm super far along on the YouTube journey as a part-time content creator with just a little over 2,000 subscribers. But I know some people are just starting out on their YouTube journey themselves, so if this video helps you out in any way, then I'm happy. Now I'm going to walk through the YouTube journey so far and all the key insights I learned along the way from 0 to 2,000 subscribers as a part-time content creator and share some advice along the way. First, I apologize if I ramble a bit, but there are time tags in the description below if you wanted to skip ahead to a particular section. Like if you just wanted to see my YouTube earnings, feel free to skip ahead to that chapter in the description below. But let's start off by talking about some lessons I learned along the way to get my first 1,000 subscribers. So I officially started this YouTube channel at the onset of the pandemic. And really at that point in time, I just had no idea what this channel was gonna be about. I had no idea at all. It initially was just about random things that I wanted to talk about. Now, YouTube wasn't really my first online business, if that's what you really want to consider it. I was already an eBay and Amazon seller, so I had some familiarity about how online businesses work. But I just started the YouTube channel with product reviews, like karaoke product reviews. And since then, this channel has kind of just evolved into some more topics like personal finance, entrepreneurship, blockchain, and cryptocurrencies like crypto.com. But my very first video, I think I posted it was back in June 10th of 2020, and it was actually a printer unboxing video. I shot that video with just my iPhone 11 and a tripod. There was no external microphone or fancy equipment. I didn't really know how to do like fancy thumbnails or how to shoot a video. It was just simple point and shoot and really no video editing experience whatsoever. And surprisingly, that video today is one of my most popular videos with over 140,000 views. And I really think it's because that video is just really great evergreen content. It's a relevant video that will stay relevant over a very long period of time. I basically showcased a really good and effective and cheap budget printer, and I did an unboxing and review of it. Now, my channel has obviously evolved a lot since that one video, but that is still one of my most popular videos to date. But that really brings me to my very first key insight, and that key insight is content beats everything. You can have the best camera, best microphone, best video editing, best thumbnail, it doesn't matter. The content is the most important. So that is where you should be focusing the majority of your time and not spending too much time worrying about like camera equipment or thumbnails or lighting until much later on. To be honest, even your smartphone, whether it's an iPhone or an Android device, is much superior to like top digital camera equipment compared to 5 to 10 years ago. So don't forget that. Just remember, content is everything. Which brings me to my second key insight. If you want to start a YouTube channel, just start. Just shoot a video. You may have no idea what your channel is about. You may not know what your niche is about, and that's okay because it can evolve and change as you start to understand your audience a little bit better. And you really can be very flexible when you're a small YouTuber. It's really easy to be nimble. But just keep in mind that that very first video or couple of videos, it doesn't really define your YouTube channel. You can start off with a niche, and if it doesn't work out, you can switch. Actually, if you take a look at some of the top personal finance YouTube channels with like over 100,000 subscribers and look at their oldest videos, sometimes it's like a video of them singing or skateboarding. So it doesn't really matter where you start as long as you're improving and getting more and more confident in front of the camera. As long as you start understanding what your audience is looking for, your videos will automatically get a lot better over time. So just make sure that your content is evolving alongside with your audience. Now, I know this is really simple advice, but it's really important. The hardest thing is to actually get in front of a camera and just do that first video. That very first video is very difficult. That second video is very tough. The 10th video, however, is much easier. A lot of people don't get started because they can't get past those first couple of videos. Just remember why you are on this YouTube journey. Perhaps it's to create financial freedom for yourself and your family. Or perhaps you want to like share your knowledge with the world and build a community. Or maybe you want to inspire a lot of people in the process. Or you could just be doing this for yourself because you want to be less shy and more confident. But just remember the reason you are doing YouTube, and don't worry about what others think. If people want to laugh at you, let them laugh at you. And this brings me to my third key insight, and that's just one great video can change the trajectory of your YouTube career or really accelerate it. So if you don't have that breakthrough video, don't give up so fast. Now I know a lot of people are concerned about how to get the 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subs to get their channel monetized. Well, how did I get monetized? Well, I remember back in July of 2020, I actually made a home karaoke setup video that was actually my second most popular video, with close to 140,000 views. And again, I shot that with just my simple iPhone 11. I had no idea that that video would be so popular. I thought it would get like 100 views, maybe 1,000 views at most. But actually that one video alone helped me get the 4,000 watch time hours that was required to get monetized on YouTube. In addition to that, because of that one video, a lot of karaoke brands started contacting me, asking me to review their karaoke equipment as well. And some of them actually offered me a free product in exchange for a product review, which I was more than happy to do because one of my favorite pastimes is karaoke with my wife. So I managed to get a lot of free equipment to test because of that one video. Another key tip is to have a place for brands to contact you in your YouTube page, because that is how companies are gonna reach out to you. So if you're not quite monetized yet, don't give up. You are just one video away. Hey, I started to sound like Russell Brunson of ClickFunnels. I'm like, you're just one funnel away. But actually on YouTube, you really are just one video away. So you have to keep producing and don't give up. Because really, one video, just one video can change the trajectory of your YouTube career. All right, let's get to the second part of this video. Let's talk about how long it took me to get monetized and how much I monetized so far on YouTube. So let's get to the good part. So first and foremost, I'm not a full-time content creator. I live in the very expensive San Francisco Bay Area, where everyone needs a side hustle to even survive here. And YouTube is really one of my side hustles along with e-commerce. So your results may differ a little bit more than mine. I know some people have gotten monetized a lot faster and a lot further ahead than me in terms of subs and view counts in a shorter amount of time. So don't really treat what I say as gospel. It's just my insights on the process. First, I'm going to share how long it took for me to get monetized, and then I'll get straight to the earnings. So from my very first video on June 10th, 2020, all the way to November 22nd of 2021, it basically took me about a year and 5 months to get the combination of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Now, I wasn't very consistent posting videos during this period of time. Sometimes I would post only like one video a month. But as I mentioned earlier, I was really lucky to have two really good videos, the printer video and the home karaoke video, which I mentioned in the beginning. And that really helped me with the watch time hours. So that wasn't really the bottleneck for me. I actually achieved that pretty early on. I found it was a lot harder to get the first 1,000 subscribers. And I think one of the reasons was my channel didn't really have a general direction when it started. I think it was meant to be a product review channel. But then people wanted me to teach them how to set up karaoke equipment. And then people wanted me to talk about cryptocurrencies, like crypto.com, which is absolutely fine because these are all topics that I actually have interest in. But maybe if you kind of like laser in on a particular niche early on and go all out on it, you can achieve faster results. But it kind of took me a while to figure out what the audience is actually looking for. And I know some niches are a lot faster to monetize and get subscribers than others, like the personal finance niche. So these are some things that you definitely want to think about as you kind of start your YouTube channel. Now keep in mind, I did everything on YouTube completely by trial and error. I did not take any YouTube course or sign up for any apps that kind of like help you with keywords. I know those definitely exist. So again, there are definitely ways to accelerate the process and get monetized a lot faster than I did. All right, let's go straight to the YouTube earnings. I'm gonna share with you guys how much I made so far, but promise me one thing, just don't tell my wife. She's gonna take away all the money I earned. Just kidding. No, I'm not. All right, so in terms of monetization, I've been monetized for a little over 3 months now, and for the months of November, December, January, and February, I made in total just a little over $750 off YouTube AdSense. So let's go and take a look at some statistics. Now, November was not really a full month and February is not quite done yet, but it looks like I'm trending at about $250 per month right now. So let's take a look at the last 28 days. All right, so for the last 28 days, I have a playback-based CPM of around $14. And if you don't know what CPM means, it's cost per milli. So it means that for every 1,000 monetized views or clicks, advertisers are paying around $14. And that is pretty much the most important metric to pay attention to. Now that is not my cut though, because YouTube takes close to 50% of CPM revenue depending on your niche. The RPM is my cut, or revenue per milli, and that is around $7. So I'm personally earning around $7 per 1,000 monetized views for the last 28 days. But let's take a look at a few more statistics, because that data was really for the last 28 days. Now, if we take a look at the lifetime history of the channel, and we divide the total revenue that I've earned so far by the total amount of views, let's do some quick division here and see what we get. All right, so here's our result. And to round it off and to make the math simple, let's say about $1.50 per 1,000 views. So why is this number a lot lower than the number I showed you guys for the last 28 days, where the CPM was $14 per 1,000 monetized views? Well, before I was talking about monetized views, whereas here I'm talking about actual views, regardless if they are monetized. And there's a couple of things to really keep in mind. My channel wasn't really fully monetized for the lifetime of the channel, so while I was racking up tons of views, I did not have the subscriber count yet. And in order to get it monetized, so they weren't really monetized clicks. And the second reason is I think a lot of my content started evolving to become more personal finance and cryptocurrency focused later on. So I think that really helped with CPM. And the CPM is really niche dependent and probably video dependent as well. Like some content is just gonna generate higher CPM. So you really have to ask yourself, do advertisers want to display their ads on your videos? Like for example, some cryptocurrency related content can have CPMs as high as $18, like in this example, versus my printer video, which has a CPM of $12. So CPM and RPM are two things to keep in mind when you're actually making videos, along with your video topics and your niche topic. But to kind of summarize things up, off Google AdSense, with around 2,000 subscribers, all in all, I think I'm averaging about $250 per month right now, which I know may not seem like a lot of money to you, but it is enough for me to take my wife to eat dim sum every week. Just kidding, I don't take her out every week. It's probably like twice a month due to dim sum inflation. All right, let's move on to my secondary source of monetary income for my YouTube channel, which is affiliate marketing. Now, you can do any type of affiliate marketing, but I chose the biggest and most popular program out there, which was Amazon Affiliates, and it's also the one that is most popular with YouTubers. And how it works is that when people click on links in your video description, Amazon will pay you a very small commission called affiliate income if that person subsequently makes a purchase on Amazon after someone clicks on your link. Like for example, in my Karaoke Setup video, I would put links in the description below, and if people purchase the karaoke equipment I recommended, I would get a small kickback. And in the year 2020, from August 1st, 2020, when I started the Amazon affiliate program, to December 31, 2020, I made a total of $728.28. And in the year 2021, I made just a little over $2,286, which is actually substantially more money than I made from my YouTube AdSense income, but again, not life-changing amounts of money by any means. Another type of affiliate income for me is I recommend financial apps that I believe in and I personally use, like Crypto.com. So when someone signs up for Crypto.com using my affiliate link, we both get a sign-up bonus. And by doing this, I made a little over $300 in 2021 doing so. So there's really no limit in the amount of affiliate marketing you can do. By putting links in your video description below, you can actually generate a whole lot of income. But of course, try to make sure that it's actually relevant to your audience and stuff that you're recommending you actually personally believe in. All right, the third thing I want to talk about is product reviews. A small YouTube channel like myself with just 2,000 subscribers, because I started posting content that was relevant to what advertisers wanted to talk about, they would often send me a free product to review in exchange for an authentic product review on YouTube. And you can basically combo that product review with some affiliate marketing as well to generate additional income. And that's what I did with my karaoke equipment setup video. I would basically review some karaoke equipment and then drop a link in the description below, and brands started contacting me around the 500 subscriber mark. So even if you're like a small YouTuber, you can be given these opportunities if your videos are good and you're reviewing good products that connect well with your audience. Now, I will mention, I did have several karaoke brand sponsors reach out to me, and I did get cool free equipment by reviewing products. But these are products that I actually love and would be happy to review under any circumstances. So yes, I generated affiliate income, but that was a bonus on top of actually getting the product. I would never push people to products that I personally don't believe in, or that I personally don't believe, or I don't personally use myself. All right, so number 4 is brand sponsorships. Sometimes brands will actually pay you money to have sponsored videos talking about their brand or to make a partnership with you. And I noticed as I started making more crypto and personal finance related content, I had a few companies reach out to me around the 2,000 subscriber mark. Some of them actually offered paid sponsorships, which is nice, but I actually turned down the majority of them, even though they were willing to pay me, because I really felt that the brand was inconsistent with the direction I wanted my channel to go towards. You see, I really pride myself in authenticity, and if I'm not using a brand myself or I'm not excited about it, it just seems a little inauthentic in my eyes. So while I'm open to brand sponsorships and sponsored content, I just really want to be hyper aware of what exactly it is that I'm advertising, and if it's consistent with the long-term direction of the channel, my own personal brand and values, and is it something of value that I feel my viewers would genuinely be interested in. But there's definitely a lot of opportunity in brand sponsorships, even for small YouTubers. So that's another thing for you to think about as you progress in your YouTube journey. You can definitely profit off partnering with the right brands, but unfortunately, this is just not something that I have a whole lot of experience in right now, so I just can't comment too much on this. All right, to summarize, YouTube can be lucrative and profitable. I would say definitely, but it will definitely take time as well. You need to have the 4 P's, which are patience, perseverance, persistence, and passion. And YouTube is definitely not the fastest online business model. I'm also familiar with other online business models, and I'll give you a quick frame of reference. Like, I made less than $5,000 through YouTube Adsense and Amazon affiliates in almost 2 years of work. Whereas with something like e-commerce, like Amazon, FBA, and Shopify, I made almost 10 times that amount, or probably close to $50,000 of profit in just my first year. Or something like crypto, for example. Just by using my Crypto.com cashback card and doing regular day spending, I made close to $10,000 of profit just through cashback rewards and appreciation of the cryptocurrency. So if I just wanted the maximum profit, I would just double down on e-commerce or probably something else. But YouTube is definitely much more creatively fulfilling than Amazon and e-commerce, because you're actually building a unique brand for yourself and sharing your knowledge and insights with the world, versus like Amazon, where you're just like one of another million other Amazon FBA sellers out there competing for the buy box. Like, if your Amazon store stopped the next day, no one would care. You'd just be replaced by the next guy who wants to come and steal your buy box. It just becomes like a race to the bottom. But if you stop posting on YouTube, I think hopefully a lot more people will notice. So that's the primary reason I like YouTube versus other online business models, is that you get to build a personal brand for yourself. And if you really take a look at the trajectory of the world and where things are going, I think that really good content creators are gonna reap the most rewards in the next decade, perhaps even above software engineers, which dominated in the past decade. Because no one, and when I say this, I think no one can really replicate your own personal brand and personality. So to kind of reiterate, YouTube can be a very rewarding journey, but you have to be in it for the long haul, because there is no quick results with YouTube, whether you're a part-time or full-time content creator. Now, I know a lot of people give up before they hit the 4,000 watch hours and the 1,000 subscribers mark, or even if they hit it, they give up because they're not satisfied with the earnings. So again, before you start, you really have to think long-term, because it is gonna take some time. And if you were to ask me, I think e-commerce is just much faster in terms of seeing initial results, but content creation like YouTube can have a much better long-term earnings trajectory because content is much more scalable. In e-commerce, there can be many times Like many times I had inventory bottlenecks, but in content creation like YouTube, there is no bottleneck other than your ability to keep producing consistent content. So make sure you really enjoy the process before diving in. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Give yourself at least a 3 to 5 year window of producing consistent content, and then see and reflect if you're getting the results that you're going after. Because I really think that being a content creator can be a very rewarding journey, but you do have to be very, very patient. All right, I will end with one thing and give one little plug to myself. I did find video editing to be one of the most challenging and time-consuming things as a new YouTuber in my own personal YouTube journey, and I spent countless hours on like Fiverr and Upwork contacting different video editors or struggling to edit my own videos myself. I was so frustrated with the problem that my video editor and myself, we actually decided to start an online business where we provide video editing services to new YouTubers and content creators called VidInfinity. So if you guys like our videos and are interested in seeing if our video editing services can help you as a new YouTuber or content creator, you can check us out with the VidInfinity link in the description below. But enough with that plug. I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. How are you guys doing in terms of your own personal YouTube journey? Let me know where you guys are at and some of the struggles that you're having. As with anything and everything, hang in there and don't give up. All right, please like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun to make this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.